Yes, you done know. It is I, Blind Visionary, aka The Conduit, back with another blind review. But before I get into the review, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Need forget these numbers up, people. You done know. Anyway, without further ado, today I'm gonna be talking about the latest release from LoCastro. It's a collaboration album with producer Johnny Slash, named appropriately Slash Coast. Now, overall, let's just get this out of the way. Coast is who Coast is, and Coast is never going to be something who Coast is not. And I've been hearing a lot of criticism in the underground hip hop hemisphere about Coast sounds like a New York dude. Why does he always rap like an East Coast dude? Like, first of all, the man is from Long Island. Would you expect a fish not to swim? You expect fire not to be hot? And I think that's kind of a reflection on certain people's attitude that resulted in people from different regions rapping like other regions as opposed to sounding like where the fuck they're from. Now, if you have even a third of a brain, you can realize and understand that this dude is a reflection of the Mecca, the forefathers, the stripped down raw New York shit that doesn't exist in the identity of mainstream New York hip hop anymore for the most part. So that is appreciated. And that is also the case with Johnny Slash. Johnny Slash provides an audio palette that is basically the type of shit that an MC like Coast would sound comfortable over. Hence them gelling like hard dick in wet pum pum. And I don't really have nothing negative to say about this album. And my pet peeve is going to be a super hilarious pet peeve. Because as far as breaking down what this album is, the analogy I can come up with off the top of my head is this is a steak. A really, 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 really good steak. It's not a meal, because a meal has variety. But in some cases, I would rather eat a really, really good steak than a mediocre meal. And when that steak is cooked, seasoned, and done to perfection, it just goes down a certain way. And that is the case with this album. I'm just saying that off top. If you're coming here to get any life-changing bars as far as, oh my God, he went deep into his own soul, or oh, he like, no, that's not going to happen here. This is just straight up shit talking at its finest. And I can appreciate it because it's a case of things that need to be said to a huge amount of people doing this music shit that need to get the hit dog will holler treatment, because it's like, all right, when you say something about somebody and you hit a nerve, their reaction is automatic and involuntary, and it's just like a joy to behold. And this album has been out for a little over a week now, and I can tell that it's touching nerves, because at the end of the day, a lot of people see somebody doing something that they want to do but they can't do, or being someone which is them authentic self, and them don't have the balls to do that and put that shit on Front Street. I mean, music aside, have you seen any of Coast's social media posts? The brother is a character, and it's called the entertainment industry, last time I checked. And he entertains. And I mean, I know I've been talking a lot about the whole MCing aspect, and it's an MC producer collab album. But the truth is, the MC ain't shit without the producer. And most importantly, a song ain't a song unless the MC and the producer gels and they're on the same page and operating on the same frequency. And this is like peanut butter and jelly as far as these dudes complementing each other and dropping a very, very solid project. The criticism would be there's nothing here substance wise. And that would be an accurate like observation, but at the same time, go back to what I'm saying about the steak analogy thing. So, you know, you can't want something on your plate that's not there. So this is the position that you're in right now with this album. You're listening to a really good audio steak. So as far as that goes, let me try to actually, all right, I don't have nothing negative to say about this. And this is why this review is kind of difficult, because I have to say something. So let me at least attempt to be critical and do the whole song breakdown section of this project. Because, yeah, this is kind of difficult. Because first of all, there are no whack beats on this. There are no whack songs on this. So how do I critique something like that? Well, anyway, I go for reach. So here goes. First song, you know by now if you've been watching these reviews, my emphasis on opening tracks. And the opening track, Drop a Bomb, does just that. It lets you know, yeah man, this shit gon' knock, and it gon' knock hard. It's like you put the damn C4 on the door and blow it the fuck open. I mean, that's what I get more than dropping a bomb, but C4 is still a bomb, but I fucking digress. It's a dope song, but also, surprise, surprise, right out the gate, it has a feature from Johnny Slash. We didn't know Johnny Slash rapped well, not that many of us. I kind of heard him online a couple of times, so I was like, yeah. And he's not one of those producers who basically can't mirror his beats, which in a lot of cases, that's the case. His beats are on par with his rhymes, and that's a good thing. And this opening song is like a diddy bop of death. Like you're stomping all over somebody's grave. That's the type of beat this is, like some Baryshnikov shit. And there's no hook. It's just a bar fest, a very lengthy bar fest on both ends. And they equally, like if you gonna match Coast Energy on a song, you have to come correct. And Johnny Slash came correct and did his thing. So it's an appreciated collaboration. And like he didn't overstay his welcome. He was like, I'm here to supply the beats. You know, no ego in the way. So like this is the one and done time. So it's like, yeah, let's get this out the way. Let's get the rest of this album to Coast. It's 10 tracks, 10 well-used tracks. There's no fillers. And I highly advise you to purchase this, because certain things like in the mix is like, yeah, you listen to it one and done, but this is something you can use to fuel your workout, to lift your spirit, to get, like I said, entertainment, people. Coast is a very entertaining MC. But anyway, track 2, The Most. The shit talking continues. And this beat is smooth but gloomy. Gloomy and sinister. And these particular drums on this beat are the rawest / my favorite drums. So yeah, I'm breaking down tracks by drums. And yeah, I really dig the vibe of this beat. I really dig that, okay, it enforces what the first song was trying to do, but it kind of opens up. So like Drop a Bomb, was a fucking tunnel, and you're walking through the dark, gloomy tunnel, and all of a sudden you open out into this vast cavern of more grimy shit, which is this song. But let me point out something. this kind of once again solidifies that Coast knows what the fuck he's doing when it comes to this hook game. And at one point him say, yo, don't bother flood my inbox begging me, for right hooks so I don't want your money. Coast, take them on them money. Like, there are too many dope beats where the rhymes are dope, and it's like the fact that the hook or the lack of a hook kind of brings the song down. I would say writing dope hooks is way more difficult than being the most extreme, barred out lyricist on the planet, because the hook is what the listener is going to remember. And if you want to have a wide appeal and for people to actually have you lingering in their psyche, the hook and the energy of the hook and the way you bring the hook and what you're saying in that hook is very important. And Coast basically aces that shit. I just wish that he knew how dope and how needed he was and how important the aspect of this hook shit is, because him could literally make a business out of it. Fuck selling verses. You could shift the hemisphere of these people actually having a chance to get somewhere and do something with their songs by helping people out with their hooks, please. Seriously, it is needed. And like I said, this is one of many, many, many examples throughout not just this album, but this dude's career in general, that his hook is his Mike Tyson right in his prime punch in his arsenal. So not even A+, S tier for the hook game this dude have. So then we'll move on to Featherweight. Now, you know how much I love a grimy ass, sinister, slit your throat piano beat. And Johnny Slash delivers on that front. Dope piano sample, check. Dope drums to match that shit, check. Coast talking him shit and being entertainment, check. So overall, this album is firing all cylinders. And it's not going to stop till it reaches the destination, which is the last song, track 10. So, again, I don't know how the fuck this is going to be a critical review, because there's nothing really to critique. Now we have the next song, All Mouth. Now, this beat is like an epic strings beat, and you'd expect to hear like a song about breaking into the CIA's headquarters or some type shit. But it's just more raw bars from Coast, and to be honest with you, this first verse, it feel like him talking to me or talking through me, because this is all shit I would say to myself. And the chorus is like, talk a bunch of fuckery. You know do nothing. You bark bigger than you bite. You ain't biting shit. And the second verse, like the first one is like I said, self-pep talk, but like second verse is just back to more shit talking, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it type shit. If you're good at cutting heads off, why the fuck are you gonna go mow the lawn? You know what I'm saying? So So then we'll have Pedigree. Favorite song on the album. And this is not just a banger, because all the songs are bangers. Let's just get that out of the way. This is a fucking hit. Mainstream, underground, whatever the fuck you want to call it, there's a difference. There are a fuck ton of bangers. There aren't that many instant hits. And it circles back around to what I'm saying about the hook game. You will hear this song, and this hook will be stuck in your head. Fuck the money and the fame. I'm coming for your head because I'm wearing, oh shit. I'm coming for your head so I can wear it on my chain. Bumbleclad. I just fucking contradicted myself. But I was drinking before I fucking did this review. So I'm like, it's my first drunk review, fuck it. But I kind of had to, because again, how else was I going to come up with shit to say about this album? Because otherwise it would have just been praise, 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 and it would seem like the people involved with this project gave me money. But again, I might be blind, but I'm not deaf. Good music is fucking good music. And this song, like, there needs to be a video that I won't be able to see for this song. This song actually has the ability to break out of the realms of like typical underground shit. Like, it's just that dope. Like, it's super, super shit talking, but everything complements each other. It's dark, raw, the beat is sick as fuck, and Coast just sounds angry and like him on a bunch of meth and every single upper in the world, and him on some juggernaut shit, and I fucking love it. I am here for it, and yeah, this is one of them songs, like I said, hit potential all fucking day. Even my fucked up fridge in the background agrees. Okay, so then we have Mad Decent, which is as weird as this is gonna sound because this is some East Coast boom bap shit. This song has a West Coast vibe. And that comes courtesy of the way the bass line drops. Like, the bass line is funky as fuck. And this is that joint for your whips. Like, this shit will rattle the trunk and give you that kingpin status feeling when you're riding down the street. Like, I haven't been able to drive in a minute, but I can remember that shit. And this is an unmistakable song that kind of just embodies that, and it is appreciated. And what also is appreciated is him basically touching on the fact that, look, I like jewelry, but you're not out there trying to, I'm not out there trying to be Jacob the jeweler type shit. And him just use a bunch of examples, say, look, I like this, I like that, but just because I like something, that doesn't mean A, I think I'm good at it, and B, I should go try it. And this is referring to a lot of these rappers out here. This entire album is like a big, if the shoe fits, wear it, a hit dog will holler message to rappers. And again, you're like, why isn't there any substance? Like, Coast can do substance shit. I have heard it. And he probably will in the future. But this was just shit talking. It's like, okay, this time around, let's just, again, give the audience a good steak. And that is what has been done here. And yeah, this is the trunk rattler of this project. So then we'll move on to Stop Talking, which is, it basically says what the title is suggesting. Certain people need to shut the fuck up because you sound like a bunch of R-word idiots. I don't want to get the video in trouble on YouTube, so I'm not going to say the word. But if you hear this song, the chorus will kind of let you know exactly what he's getting at. And yeah, I believe this is what I'd like to call a dedication to children walking around in grown men's body. Anyway, not a banger in the clutch. We'll come to track 8, Max Ego. Now, this is kind of substances with a message, but it's still wrapped up in a bunch of, classic Coast shit talking and delivered in the way he can. But I'm still kind of saying, okay, this is a 2-part section where it's like, okay, beginning pep talk, because you've been doubting yourself. You've not been like embracing the power and the mission given. And that's because ego is a hell of a drug. So then it gets towards the end, and I don't know if this was, because I don't know if this was like an accident or on purpose, because the name of the track is Max Ego. But before the chorus comes in, where it's a mantra that says, hopefully I get this right. If I get this right, it's a fucking miracle I can drive. All right, let's go. Minimize the ego, maximize the effort. Focus on the time to get now. I tried. I listened to this album like 12 times. But anyway, shit, I go in off the cuff without no notes, so you don't know. But the point is, right before the chorus came in, I don't know if it's an error that them do on purpose or I'm just miss it, but it said, maximize the ego, minimize the effort. And just ignore that, people. Do not do that. Don't take that advice. I don't know if there's something there, but I just had to point that out because I heard it. But anyway, 9. Got yours. The shit talking continues. But the shit talking continues over a grimy punch you in the face through a glass screen door beat. You know, again, I'm a sucker for piano beats, and overall, hardcore hip hop at its finest right here. So yeah, let's wind this up with a final song. Trash, featuring Cold Cash, Nightwalker, and Grim Pesci. This is the posse cut, the only features on the album, and quite the finisher. You know, Coast realized that, okay, I'm on a song with some head busters, so I gotta bust heads as usual, but, you know, put a little bit more oomph into my busting of my heads because of who come to the table with me for complete this smorgasbord. And yeah, his verse was solid, but the verse from Cold Cash, good Lord, talk about weighing in on current affairs as far as how this world / music in general / people are. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get into details because again, YouTube and them fuckery, but yeah, Cold Cash said some shit, let's just say that. And then next we have a verse from Nightwalker, who always sounds angry. If I ever hear some calm, relaxed shit from this dude, I am going to be very concerned. So Nightwalker doing what Nightwalker does as far as talking him shit, being very authentic as far as not saying shit in his rhymes him don't go through or hasn't experienced, you know, via being observing or being there or whatever. So yeah. And then you have Grim coming in with him sinister sounding, nothing but death type raps, which is appropriate to say, okay, let's put a lid on this glorious project of brutality with a man walking around calling himself Grim. Very fucking appropriate. And yeah, nothing negative to say about this album as far as it's a fucking very good steak. And yeah, there's nothing there, but what is there is top tier and you can't front on it. And if you like hardcore, in your face, adrenaline inducing type hip hop, then this is for you. And the only negative thing I will have to say about this shit is just my personal thing where it's like, okay, it takes you out of the experience when you hear the producer's beat tag on 9 out of the 10 of the songs. His name is in the title of the album and in the artist credits, so we know who produced it. We don't need to be reminded. That kind of takes you out of the experience. It's like, you know, if you were to see Superman flying as a kid, but you saw the pulleys from the helicopter holding him up, it would take you out of the experience. So like, you want to get immersed in the album, and you know, as dope as a beat tag as that is, it's like, yeah, we didn't need it in every song. So yeah, that's my negative. That's it. Nothing else negative I have to say about this album. Not just go and listen to this album. Go and purchase this album because it's something you're going to want to reach to whenever you want. And these dudes actually deserve your money. Dope rapper, dope producer, dope product. Audio chemistry is very important. Hooks are very important. Being who you are is very important. Checkbox check. Checkbox check. Checkbox check. Yeah, like I said, firing on all cylinders from start to finish. Slash Coast, highly recommended album. You done know. Big up. I have spoken.